Like and subscribe right now or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week. Eating is an everyday part of our lives. It is a fact that if we don't eat sufficiently, we may fall sick and die. However, though eating is essential to living, we love the taste of food, and so have, through the ages, explored many ways to enjoy our food. When it comes to eating, there are thousands of things to choose from. Most people in different countries at least have some similarities to other cultures in the food they eat. However, there are still many unique cultural tastes on the menu. If you're not used to the taste preferences of a certain country, then some of the food on this list may make you feel queasy. Number 10. Drunken shrimp. People all across the world love to eat shrimp. However, we don't think anyone would be loving the dish we will be talking about now. In many Asian restaurants, the one specific requirement for a dish to be classified as drunken shrimp is that the little critters have to be served pretty much moving and alive. In Japanese restaurants, it is preferred to serve the shrimp without any cooking oil. Chinese restaurants, on the other hand, focus on getting the shrimp totally wasted first, soaking them and marinating them until they take up the flavors of the marinade. After that, the shrimp are served in an unusual glass goblet with a lid to keep them from flying out on the customers' faces. Such a menu item wouldn't be popular in Western restaurants, but in Asian countries, such dishes are common. Customers say that they love drunken shrimp, especially since alcohol is added to it. Number 9. Sea urchin. While most of us favor regular food and fancy food only sometimes, it seems that rich people are interested in eating whatever exotic food they can find. Sea urchins are spiky creatures that live deep beneath the sea. They're not normally something attractive enough to make you feel hungry after your first glance. Regardless of this, the sea urchin has risen to fame within the last few years and seems to be the dish many famous chefs all around the world love to serve. The sea urchins are used in pasta sauces, Chinese dishes, and were even added into Gordon Ramsay's scrambled egg. People who tasted the sea urchin described their experience in a positive way, saying that it's quite creamy and slightly sweet. However, we're still not sure if you guys would want to eat this with your scrambled eggs. Number 8. Fugu fish. Another name for pufferfish in Japan is fugu. Even though pufferfish are known to carry poisons, people serve them at restaurants. In Japan, people love eating them, returning to restaurants to eat them again and again. You can find such dishes among the finest restaurants in Japan. Eating the fugu fish is going to cost you a good amount of money. There are quite some risks regarding eating this fish. The fugu fish carries tetrodotoxin poisons that can lead to numbness around a human's mouth and then paralysis, which eventually leads to death. Since the year 2000, around 23 people in Japan have died from eating fugu. That is why it's highly recommended by Japanese authorities to eat fugu only from chefs who are highly trained and allowed to serve fugu dishes. Otherwise, if you, by chance, catch a fugu fish and make the decision to cook it on your own, be aware that day may be the final day of your life. Number 7. Kazumarzu. Italian-style cheeses are very much famous all across the world. For example, fresh mozzarella and Parmigiano Reggiano. Considering the cheese scene in Sardinia, you will find Kazumarzu. This is a well-known and traditional cheese that may make us unhappy once we find it on our cheese board. This Kazumarzu has another name, the maggot cheese. Sounds a bit scary from its name, right? We warn you that you will feel more shocked once you learn what it is made of. The Kazumarzu is not only produced by fermenting sheep's milk, but also a block of pecorino is added with live maggot larvae. What is more horrifying is that one has to devour the cheese while the maggots are living. The cheese becomes easily toxic once the maggots are dead. Eating this cheese can lead to a disease that causes stomach cramps and nausea. As a result, we feel that it is better to stick with other forms of cheese and not the Kazumarzu. The Kazumarzu is even illegal in the US and EU. Number 6. Sannakji. The sannakji dish is a Korean dish made up of raw baby octopus. Be on the alert if you are brave enough to try this dish. The dish is a bit dangerous as the dead octopus continues to move, even after it's been chopped into many pieces. In addition, although the limbs are removed from the body and covered in sesame oil, the octopus's suction cups can conserve their holding power and so can latch onto the customer's mouth and throat. This can be very serious as it can lead to a choking hazard for beginner eaters and result in asphyxiation. It is even said that every year at least 6 people die from eating sannakji. So, people who are interested in eating sannakji should question themselves if it is worth the risk. Number 5. Cobra heart. Yes, it is very common to eat snake meat. It is even a part of the culture in many countries. Just like in Vietnam, local people love to add snake meat to a variety of dishes. However, things get strange when people start eating the snake hearts, especially of a cobra. Famous chef Gordon Ramsay tried cobra heart. After devouring a still beating cobra heart, he said that he would become a vegetarian. There is a tradition in Vietnam which focuses on eating cobra hearts in order for men to enhance their virility. Lately, the eating of cobra heart has become more famous due to hundreds of tourists trying it out. Waiters in restaurants kill the cobra right in front of diners and place its beating heart into a shot glass of its own blood. Not only could we never eat cobra heart, the scene of waiters killing the cobra alone is horrifying enough for us to stay away from such a dish. Number 4. Fruit bat soup. First off, there has been no evidence found regarding the relation between fruit bat soup and coronavirus, so don't jump to conclusions about this dish. However, it has been researched and found that fruit bats harbor lots of viruses. Consuming bats is not legal in many countries, due to the risk of zoonotic diseases. Bats are also known to carry Marburg virus and Ebola virus, passing them on to people who come in touch with them. Bats may also host Nipah viruses and strains of rabies. Regardless of this, there are huge lovers of fruit bat soup in different parts of Asia, Africa, and Pacific Rim countries. Depending on the chef's preferences, the fruit bat soup is made by boiling the washed bats in water and then cooking them with coconut, ginger, spices, milk, and sometimes vegetables. People say that bats are delicious, and that their meat texture feels like mutton mixed with chicken. Number 3. Haukart. This food is listed as the worst tasting food on earth. However, better not say as much, since this could attack the traditions that Icelandic people follow and is sometimes even considered to be their national food. So, let's see what the deal is with this dish. The Greenland shark does not have any urinary tract or kidneys. Some may ask, why does this matter? Well, having no kidney or urinary tract means that there is no way to filter all waste materials and toxic substances then right into the shark's skin. This results in its meat being full of trimethylamine oxide, which makes it very dangerous if eaten right after the shark is killed. So, people need to be very careful regarding when they eat this shark's meat. To make sure it's safe for human consumption, chefs should ferment the shark and hang it to be dried up for up to 6 months. Number 2. Eskimo ice cream. Never in your life would you actually believe the ingredients that are used to make Eskimo ice cream, also known as akuduk, which translates to mix. The Eskimo ice cream has a mixture of ingredients which makes it look like the food came into being by a total accident. This ice cream was invented by the indigenous people of Alaska thousands of years back and is now a regular part of their diet. The Eskimo ice cream is produced with the use of reindeer fat, fresh berries and snow, seal oil, and sometimes fish. These ingredients make the akuduk look like the opposite of ice cream. When Alaskan hunters go hunting to find meals, they even keep some akuduk with them as a snack. Nearly all indigenous Alaskans have perfected the art of making akuduk. However, the dish's popularity is mostly contained within the indigenous group, so hasn't yet made an entrance into supermarkets worldwide. Number 1. Rooster testicles. It feels like no matter where you go on Earth, there is always someone who is willing to eat questionable animal genitals, and you will find that people with such enthusiasm are mostly tourists. Being Hungary's most famous rooster testicle dish, kakashere porkat is a stew that is made up of rooster testicles and vegetables. Alongside, there are potatoes, dumplings, or some simple white bread. Surprisingly, locals in Hungary are not mad hungry about rooster testicle stew, keeping it for other enthusiastic tourists to enjoy. The kakashere porkat has become very famous at different festivals, where drunken revelers who do not care a bit about the nutrition delightfully volunteer to eat the testicle stew. Least to say, with so many other food choices, we won't be trying this dish. That is all for today's video. Thank you all for watching. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there!